What? I pressed first! Alright, so, Canyon Base. When I first started playing Zaku Ranged, I thought to myself that point capture, or 2CP, were going to be the maps that I struggled the most with on this unit. But to my surprise, not only is Zaku viable on these game modes, it's pretty darn fun. I'll be the first to say that it's not the most optimal choice of mobile suits, but you can still get value if you play well. Starting off on attack, we're going to be taking this side tunnel on our way to the objective. I pop my smoke and take a second to scout out how fortified this part of the map is. I wait until it looks like they're distracted with my allies. I see an opportunity, dive across, kill the Gundam, and get the medkit. If I'm being honest, I could have played that better. I should have waited for my smoke grenade to come back before making the play. I could have easily died during the cross, but it worked out. Now that I'm on the flank, I'm going to rotate behind my enemies. I could be shooting them now, but I want to get even further behind them. Here, I'm going to set up on their medkit. Now if they want to get rid of me, they'll have to invest 1 or 2 players to get me out. If they choose not to, then all I'm going to do is pressure them as my team is attacking and back off to the medkit when I'm threatened. As if on cue, my team is pushing forward, and eventually the enemy team's defense is going to crumble from our combined pressure. Now, all we have to do is stick together and kill off any stragglers that try to contest us. Rotating towards point B, this lower area is going to be your primary staging ground as Zaku. Thanks to our earlier momentum, we were able to push the enemy team onto the objective, but the ult from the enemy Mahiru could potentially stonewall us. I don't want to lose my position underneath them, so I try and make a play. I leverage my ult in position to try and cause as much chaos as possible to give my team time to regroup and push forward. I am eventually forced away, but it looks like my team has rallied. I go for a cheeky hover play to get behind the enemy, but I'm spotted immediately. It's not too bad because I retreat underneath them to recover before going back to fight. That gun tank ult has just put significant pressure on the enemy team. Now they're down 2, and all 6 of us are poised to contest the objective. I position myself to ambush anyone as they come out of spawn. If I'm immediately contested, I retreat and wait until they're distracted by my team before diving in again, picking off anyone I can. Just like before, we hold and kill off any stragglers attempting to contest the objective until we capture the point. How you defend as Zaku depends on the map. On Canyon Base Point A, you generally fortify the flanks to ensure that the enemy team isn't rotating through it. If the enemy team decides to stack 6 somewhere else, then that gives you the space to swing around and start shooting the enemy team in the back. I like to start up here and contest the high ground in case the enemy tries to go for a back cap with an Ashimar or a Sazabi.
The enemy has begun their assault. All units, commence mission.
It's a new Gundam. I could take the duel, but the chance that an ally is trailing behind them is high, so I back off. I take up position nearby, and now the enemy has their flanks exposed to me. I can either pressure continuously or try and pick off an enemy. The new Gundam looks particularly valuable, but I'm rushing it and reveal myself too soon. I go in for a second time and notice that the new Gundam is weak and go for a dive. Can't quite get it, but I'm being stubborn here and try to finish them off. Get the kill, but I'm punished for my greed. Coming from respawn, our allies are still fighting on the point, so I'm looking to assist in any way I can, but it looks like they crumble before I can do anything of value. At this point, all we're doing is slowly retreating backward while poking with our weapon and cracker grenade to build our ult charge. I noticed the Ashimar split from the main force and engage them to deny them the flank. From here, we're conveniently set up on an off angle from the enemy as they push in, so I'm going to take advantage of this and engage the enemy team from this position. See the Mahiru and immediately disengage. It looks a little excessive to give up my position completely, but I'm playing from NA on JP servers and funky hitbox interactions can occur with Mahiru if I don't give the grenades a wide berth. This was a pretty risky duel I took. Unicorn Gundam with its shield funnel and armor buff is more than capable of beating a Zaku 1v1. I gambled my life on it and thankfully it paid out. The enemy team is starting to rally again and now more than ever I want that Unicorn out of the fight. But unfortunately I was too quick to retreat and couldn't destroy the mobile suit. It's getting too heated in my current position so I retreat back to the point. That right there is the perfect example of what you can expect to happen when dueling a gun tank that knows what they're doing. You can fight and win against a gun tank 1v1, but you have to make sure that they don't have their cooldowns. If you don't know, then don't engage. I'm going up to the high ground from our spawn and scout out the situation. I spot the Ashimar who looks far enough away from the team to warrant a dive. Our gun tank ult just swung that fight in our favor and I'm in a good position to follow up. Deny the repair, and from here we're just cleaning up. I'm taking position forward and hear the Pale Rider pop their ult. If anyone is going to open a path through our defenses, it's that mobile suit. Flank him and immediately fire on them along with our allies. Ugh, I get stupidly greedy here and try to line up the new Gundam and Ashimar for an ult and I'm punished for it. Engage a Zaku melee, which is a fight I'll take all day. If they pop their survive, then wait for roughly a second and a half before throwing your cracker grenade. It activates the moment they come out of survive, making it impossible to dodge unless they interrupt their invulnerability and dash away. Your weapon is surprisingly effective against the core fighter, so don't be afraid to try and shoot down the ult if you have sight of it. I swing out to help my Ashimar with their duel and pick off the gun tank. It looks to me like the enemy is going to approach from our left side of the objective, so I retreat and take the elevator in order to flank as they push forward. They've already been pushed back, so I disengage. I'm suddenly energy cabled to my surprise and start engaging the enemy. I hear the new Gundam to my left and get what value I can from the energy cable play. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why I ulted the Zaku melee. It just felt right in the moment. At this point, there isn't much else for me to commentate on because the enemy team is continuously staggering their attacks. Their offensive pressure is off sync with each other, so they come in individually or in pairs instead of as a group of 6. All we're doing now is patrolling the area and picking off stragglers as fast as possible so the enemy team doesn't develop a front line for them to threaten us with. At this moment, I look at the position of my team and the time left on the clock and get the sense that we're about to have last fight. I position myself in an area where I can swing out and go for a pick off an enemy, and our Zaku melee follows up with an ult to help us win the fight. We've crippled their offensive potential, and now I'm going to defend the side routes, denying the flanks and any possibility of a comeback. There you have it, Zaku Ranged point control on Canyon Base. GG's. Hey, thanks again for tuning in, appreciate the support. Feel free to check out some of the other videos on my channel. If video essays and reviews are more your thing, then head on over to my alternate at youtube.com/Xanthem. Either way, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!